Welcome back to my build of the Strike Freedom Gundam. In the last video, I was able to complete the arms and upper torso, so in this one, I am going to be starting on the legs. As with the arms, I did a lot of green on the legs as well, keeping with the idea of white armor plates over green limbs. One of the more interesting parts about the legs, actually, or one of the things that I found more interesting, was the fact that they actually start with the construction of the ankles rather than either the feet or the legs themselves. So here I've got the actual ankle joints complete, and it was time to work on the spats. Spats obviously aren't the technical term for these. They are, however, how I think of the platings that a lot of Gundams have around the ankle joints. after I finished the ankle joints with the spats, I started work on the actual legs themselves. They kind of build upward from there. So we're going to be starting on the shins and the thighs and then eventually the feet. One of the interesting things here, both with the arms and with the legs, but especially with the legs, is the amount of internal skeleton that they have. The torso doesn't have a lot. It has some. The head has very little. The arms have a fair bit, and then the legs have quite a lot of internal skeleton to them, which the plates then snap onto. This makes it very easy to remove the plates, the armor plates, unlike with some of the other, with the arms. It's not as easy to remove the plates on the arms. You actually have to take them apart, slip them off. Much more involved process. And then, of course, with the torso, you basically can't. So that allows for a lot more artistic variation. And then, of course, the gold skeleton is really a fascinating design element with this particular model. So that does set it all apart really well from the standard gray skeleton. So here again about the skeleton, instead of building a little bit of skeleton, putting plates on it, a little bit of skeleton, putting plates on it, it's very much about building the entire leg framework and then doing the entire plating after that. Again, as I'm moving forward, I am, as always, when I have two basically identical or nearly identical pieces, I'm clipping them both off and putting them both together at the same time. Of course, with the legs, one of the nice things about the legs is that for most of the construction, they are identical. They're not mirror images of each other. It's only until you get to the hip joints that they really become mirror images of each other. So the construction, for the most part, was very straightforward and easy to do, as long as I made sure to keep my parts into two sets. And then I do one set, I do the other set, and I can do both of them together. So here we have the 5 pieces, and much of the 2 hip joints completed, and it was time to start on the thighs. Sorry, the calves. One of the things I do really love about this model and the design is how much detail there is on the legs and the calves, the skeleton parts. There's a lot of little nooks and crevices and detailing on these pieces, so that if you were to decide to leave them bare, leave them exposed, and remove those armor plates, it would still show to a really great level of interest. It's not just flat with holes or places to attach the plates, and even the ways and places that the plates attach is not simple. It's not just pegs with holes. It's a lot of times it's keyhole, it's slotted. The armor plates don't just snap straight on, they slide on. So it's very well done. So that's it for this video, and I hope you join me in the next one.